Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of It's Me Shri. Today we are chatting about onions. So, for me, where I am right now, it's towards the end of my onion growing season. You're going to spend a lot of time with me today. I'm slowly harvesting them all as I talk to you about everything you need to know to grow onions, from watering, fertilizing, to which onions are going to grow best in your area and wherever you live. So we're going to walk through all those tips, and as we're chatting, I'll show you little clips of things that are important for you to know. We'll harvest onions together, and at the end, we'll see what we've got. So let's go ahead and get started. So we are harvesting this onion here, and as I slowly pull this guy up, I wanted to quickly talk to you about what it means to grow onions that are best for your area. If you have a lot of sun during the day, if you have less sun, that's going to determine the type of onion that you're growing in your area. This is a short day onion versus a long day onion. It's based off of your latitude, so quite literally where you are on Earth determines what onions are going to grow best in your area. I am right in between, so I like to grow short day onions simply also because of where my raised bed is in my garden. So my raised beds, you can see these are actually in shade right now. They don't get sun until mid-afternoon, and then they're in full sun all the way through the evening. So my onions get about 6 hours of full sun, which can categorize in short day. So I like to grow short day onions, and that's what's going to get me beautiful bulbs like this. Look at how beautiful this one is. When we are thinking about the type of seeds we want to grow or how to plant our onions, there are a few things to keep in mind. We want to make sure we're planting them really far apart, so about 4 to 6 inches apart from each other. That's going to help your onions get those big, beautiful bulbs. They need space to bulb out. You also want to plant from either sets or seeds. You can purchase sets, you can grow from seed and plant those as well. And the other thing to remember is you want to plant them really shallow, so really close to the soil surface. That's how you look at that big, beautiful bulb that grows above the soil level. If you're looking at some of the onions that we've already pulled, you can see their root systems. These are not that long. It's about 4 or 5 inches. These have grown some beautiful roots, but this is about as deep as the root systems get. You're not looking like tomatoes or peppers or eggplants. They don't go far deep into the soil, which makes onions a really easy companion plant as well, by the way. It gives you the opportunity to plant them in between your other heftier plants, so that way you can deter pests, because we chatted before, but pests don't like the smell of onions, chives, anything like that. So it's a good natural pest repellent too. I'm also pulling up some of the onion skins that you can see that are falling. You know what onion powder is? It's this right here. It's fully dehydrated, blended up, and then this is onion powder. So as you're harvesting, if any of these skins are falling off, you can totally save this and turn it into onion powder, which I will be doing. So I'm gonna set those aside. Let's go get our next onion. This is my onion bed. I've kind of taken a big, long view for you to look at. We are harvesting this guy as we chat through watering and fertilizing. So onions are majority water. They love water. You're going to want to do consistent watering throughout your entire onion growing season, and they love fertilizer. Onions love nitrogen. That is their absolute favorite fertilizer. So that is what you're going to want to feed them throughout their entire growing season. Once a week, once every 2 weeks, you want to make sure that they're getting, look at this beautiful onion here. You want to make sure that they're getting lots of nitrogen. You can do that through fish emulsion, through the Neptune's Harvest seaweed fertilizer, which I've shared with you in other videos. These are looking so good, you guys. So I planted my onions back in December. They have a long growing season. They take about 6 months to fully mature, which is less than garlic, which at least that's a nice thing. But you can see these beautiful little onions here. So don't forget to water and fertilize heavily. So this guy is more than ready for harvest, and here's how you can tell. Well, first of all of its leaves have died off, so that's a good indicator. But next, this is what we call the neck of your onion, and it's completely fallen over. So it's fallen over, it's at a 90-degree angle, and now I know that this guy is ready. If I keep him in the ground for a little too long, and if water continues to enter the soil, you run the risk of your onion either rotting or it's starting to sprout. And if it starts to sprout and grow new leaves, that's your onion going to seed. It's trying to put off shoots. This is a big one. It's trying to put off some shoots so that it can grow seeds for the next growing season. So here we are, our beautiful onion, and just taking the soil off of this roots. You can see here, small root system, right? It's not that long. This is the size of the onion in my hand for comparison. We have a couple of our other big ones here too. These are looking great, guys. Thanks for coming along with me as I'm harvesting these. These are technically not ready yet. The neck here has not fallen over, and I also see no signs that they're going to seed. So we can keep this guy in the ground and give it a longer chance to continue to bulb up. Some of these smaller ones I don't think are going to get bigger. You can see this neck is starting to fall over. So I'll just go ahead and harvest this guy too. It'll make a really good snack in a salad or something like that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, I brought you to my second veggie patch with my onions in them. I really want to talk you through what going to seed means. For onions, that means they grow something called a scape. It's a thick, hollow stem that goes all the way through the middle of the onion, and at the top, they'll start to go to seed. You can see right here, this stalk does not look like the others. These are thinner and flatter. This is perfectly round, and as you go up, you see the tip, and eventually, this is going to flower and turn into a gorgeous white bloom that is going to provide seeds for next season. Once fully bloomed, and you see those black dots inside, those are all of our onion seeds for next season. So each scape will turn into something like this. I am back at my onion with a scape. We are going to harvest this guy. So I know that his neck hasn't fallen over. The leaves obviously have not died off. You can see those roots in the soil there. But the reason is once the scape starts to grow, the chances of this bulbing up and becoming nice and big start to fall. The onion is starting to put its energy into growing the scape. You can cut the scape and that's totally fine. But I love onions, and so I will start to, look how long these ones are. So I will use this in cooking right away so that I don't have to worry about the scape taking over the onion. Scapes also make your onion bulb really hard and tough. So the longer I keep this in the ground, it's not even going to taste that good. So I'm going to harvest this right away and probably use it tonight. We are going to finish harvesting the onions that have scapes. So that way we don't have to risk them getting too small. This one has a scape. Harvesting onions is my favorite. The last step of the onion growing process after you've harvested them is keeping them cured so they can last a long time so you can continue to use them throughout the growing season. That looks like after you've harvested your onion, you'll keep it in a cool, dry space, something like a pantry, or for me, it's my garage. I'll keep it there for about a couple of weeks. That allows all of the remaining moisture to disappear and those outer layers to harden and dry up. That's what's going to keep the inside of your onion nice and strong, so that way when you're ready to use it in a month, even 3 months from now, they're still good and totally healthy. Good for you to use. Okay, everyone, thank you for joining me on today's episode of It's Me Shri. We covered all things onions today. So we talked about the difference between short day and long day onions, growing varieties that are perfect for the amount of sun that you get in your region. We also talked about how to plant them nice and shallow, close to the soil surface. You also want to water them a lot, fertilize them a lot, And then we talked about the difference between a good, healthy onion versus one that has gone to seed, which are scapes, what to do with those seeds. We looked at the onion flower as well. And then we also talked about harvesting. So, how you know when your onion is ready for harvest, and then curing it so you can save it for months to come. Thank you for joining me today on It's Me Shri. I'm so happy that you could be here while we harvested my onions together. I have a couple here with me. These are so beautiful, and I can't wait to cook them in tonight's dinner. Thank you, and I'll see you all next time.